Coming up, one day later, after chaos at the Capitol, President Trump admits he lost the election.
Payment protection program issues. We check in with a Siouxland restaurant struggling through the pandemic.
And meet the Siouxland family making a business out of kaleidoscopes. The KCAU 9 News at 10 starts now.
We are Siouxland proud. This is KCAU 9 News at 10.
And thanks for joining us on this Thursday evening. I'm Tim Seaman.
And I'm Sophie Erber. 2020 proved to be a rough year for Siouxland small businesses, and that includes restaurants.
Indeed. KCAU 9 News reporter Hannah Adamson tonight sitting down with one of those restaurant owners. Tonight she shares his hopes for the coming year. That's in our top story tonight at 10.
Tim and Sophie, 2020 turned into an odyssey for the second largest private sector in Iowa. And in that mix, a popular roasted chicken joint right here in Sioux City. The owner tells me even as restrictions have been loosened, 2021 has been off to a bumpy start.
What we originally were told was a couple-week lockdown has turned into, what, 9 months so far, 10 months. So
you may remember Dave Ferris, owner of Sneaky's Chicken. We first spoke with Ferris back in March of 2020. Since then, he says catering has been virtually non-existent.
38 weddings on our books, everyone canceled. One large company in the area, $15,000 a year job twice a year for us. It canceled.
This on top of new concerns over the next round of the payment protection program. According to the National Restaurant Association, businesses must show a 25% loss in revenue compared to the same quarter in 2019 to qualify. Sneaky's is down between 21 to 23%. Ferris calls the 25% threshold arbitrary.
We're down over $300,000 when you figure out everything in play over last year.
Although certain mandates have been lifted.
For a place that seats 80 people, you start socially distancing and you cut in pretty hard.
Ferris says he spoke with Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds a few weeks ago when she last visited Sioux City to get some answers.
Oh, I said, you tell me what has to switch on the dial for you to say, go back to normalcy. And she was very honest with me. She says, I don't know.
While Ferris is unsure of how 2021 will play out, he says the continuous support from his staff and the community has made all the difference.
A person is really impaired and has underlying conditions. They need to take care of themselves and stay home. But good Lord, if you're young and healthy and you have a chance to go out and help the economic conditions in your community, I think go for it.
Another positive moment, none of Ferris's staff have been laid off. And this isn't the first time Ferris has dealt with significant obstacles. 5 years ago, Sneaky suffered a fire, and a week after that, Ferris was diagnosed with cancer. Now, 5 years later and cancer-free, Ferris says COVID-19 has been his most difficult challenge yet. Tim and Sophie, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Hannah. And Governor Kim Reynolds tonight signing a new public health proclamation, and this one states that masks are continued to be required in indoor public places where social distancing is not possible.
Meanwhile, spectator limits for sporting events and gatherings will be lifted tomorrow. Other public health measures also have been extended until February the 6th.
As health officials begin working to get the vaccine to what they're calling Group 1B, which are emergency workers such as firefighters and EMTs, healthcare workers that remain in Group 1A are starting to receive already their second dose of the vaccine. Unity Point Health St. Luke is just one Siouxland hospital that has staff who have already received phase 2 of that vaccine.
It feels like a privilege that I've been allowed to have that second dose, knowing that I'm going to be able to help protect our community members, protect my family.
Health officials say that they are working to get the vaccine to others in the community as soon as possible, although healthcare workers and the elderly, along with first responders, are still their top priority right now.
Dozens of community members gathering this evening in Macy, Nebraska. This evening marks a sad time for community members. It was 1 year ago that it has been 1 year, I should say, since the death of Ashley Aldrich. This vigil held near the location where her body was discovered all those months ago. Tribal members singing and offering prayers while celebrating the life of Ashley. Her family, though, is still looking for closure.
We've never got any clear answers onto why so many numerous charges were dismissed. And so that's why we're here today.
And I think I'm the only one that struggles at times, but I know that's not true. I have prayers coming in all 4 directions every day.
KCAU 9 News did reach out to the Macy Police Department for an update on the investigation. As of this hour, we have not received a reply.
Is admitting that he lost the election. The president's statement, of course, coming a day after chaos and destruction on Capitol Hill after a mob of his supporters stormed the Capitol.
But today, politicians of both parties say the president's words are too late. Our Washington correspondent, Anna Warnicki, has more on the aftermath of Wednesday's violence. Anna?
Good evening. Well, the events that played out here in Washington yesterday were just truly astonishing. Lawmakers were actually able to get back inside the Capitol late last night to officially confirm and certify President-elect Joe Biden's victory. But they did have a strong message to protesters. They said that violence doesn't win and they will not be intimidated.
Hours after protesters broke into the U.S. Capitol, shattering windows and tearing through offices, lawmakers and staff are picking up the pieces.
It was not good. Not a good day for the country.
Georgia Republican Congressman Rick Allen says the mob's actions were unacceptable.
I mean, they were repelling into the Capitol.
The D.C. police chief says that while more than 60 arrests were made, local police are working with the FBI to track down more rioters.
Call into your local FBI office, identify who these individuals are, and let's hold them accountable.
President Trump released a statement early Thursday morning saying although he disagrees with the outcome, there will be an orderly transition on January 20th.
In calling for this seditious act, the President has committed an unspeakable assault on our nation and our people.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says she's calling on Vice President Mike Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment and remove the president from office.
If the Vice President and Cabinet do not act, the Congress may be prepared to move forward with impeachment.
On Thursday, the first member of President Trump's cabinet resigned. Transportation Secretary Elaine Chao says that she was deeply troubled by Wednesday's events.
The inauguration is still scheduled to take place on January 20th here in Washington, D.C. And already city officials say that the D.C. National Guard is standing by and ready to assist if any protests occur. In Washington, I'm Anna Warnicki, KCAU 9 News.
A second cabinet secretary now resigning one day after that pro-Trump insurrection at the Capitol. Education Secretary Betsy DeVos stepping down, saying rhetoric from the president had an unmistakable impact on the situation. In a farewell letter Congress earlier this week read from her, DeVos urged lawmakers to reject policies supported by Joe Biden and to protect Trump administration policies.
About 2/3 of Americans have now received a second stimulus payment. But where is that money going? Nearly 6 out of 10 Americans say that they'll use it to pay household bills. That's according to a recent survey from Bill Pay Service, DOAX. Another 11% report the payment will be used to feed their families. About 10% say that they plan to use the funds to pay off credit card debt, with another 11% saying that they'll dump the money into their savings.
The struggle of families working to make ends meet, of course, continues here locally, and organizations here in Siouxland have seen the obvious need in our community. One example is the Bidwell Riverside Center in Des Moines. The number of clients at the food pantry there, they say, is up by 20 to 30%.
A lot of our clients have been laid off or they have less hours, and there's just that question of whether or not they're going to be able to go home, cook a full meal.
United Way of Iowa and researchers at the University of Northern Iowa did a study showing that unemployment is up to 11% because of this pandemic. It is still not enough for one full month of household expenses, even with the extra bonus of a federal stimulus check.
We have a whole lot of Iowa households that are less than 4 weeks away from collapse. I think that's happened for some. It will happen for others. So it's an urgent problem that we need to address.
Nonprofits are still trying to help communities through this time, but they are currently seeing a shortage of volunteers. If you're interested in helping fill a need or you need help yourself, no worries. You'll find a link on our website, SiouxlandProud.com.
Both initial and continued unemployment claims rose across Iowa last week, according to the Iowa Workforce Development. That number of initial claims rose by roughly 1,000 to more than 8,000 total continuing unemployment claims, meanwhile rose by nearly 6,000 to more than 43,000 total. And more than $12 million in benefits were paid out, according to the IWD. Increases in claims for November through February are typically driven by seasonal layoffs. Roughly 68% of those claims for the last period were not due to COVID-19.
Time now to turn our attention to the weather this evening. Quite a different scene from last night. Meteorologist Marcus Beasley joining us now. Marcus.
Hey, Sophie and Tim. It's looking like we are going to see a quiet night throughout Siouxland, but temperatures, they are going to drop down into the low to mid 20s tonight, so expect colder temperatures. Today, we had a high of 33 degrees, but a low of 30, so we only warmed up by 3 degrees this afternoon. Temperatures will drop a bit more tonight. The normal high temperature this time of year is 30 degrees, so we were 3 degrees above that today, and the normal low of 10 degrees, we were 20 degrees above that. So an above average day throughout Siouxland today. It does look like we are going to see temperatures fairly consistent throughout the next few days as far as high temperatures go, so expect seasonal high temperatures here in the forecast. The view outside from the KCAU 9 studio right now, brought to you by the Port Neal Welding Company, showing that we are seeing those cloudy skies. You really can't tell there on the camera. Other than the cloudy skies, we are experiencing quiet weather out there. Temperatures slowly dropping. 31 degrees in Sioux City right now. Wayne at 29, as well as Yankton. To our north, Lamar's at 28 degrees. Orange City at 25. And to the east, a bit colder there in Storm Lake at 21 degrees. 25 in Denison and 27 in Carroll. And I'll explain why here in a minute. Visibility out there right now reduced in parts of Siouxland. In Yankton there, 1.75 miles visibility, 0 in Storm Lake. So we're already seeing some dense fog there in Storm Lake. Carroll with 2 miles of visibility. Here in Sioux City, 7 miles, as well as Lamar's. I do expect that we will continue to see some patchy fog overnight tonight. And again, it looks like it will be freezing fog tonight, so that could create some slippery spots on the roadways late tonight and into tomorrow morning. Wind speeds out there are light in the single digits. We'll continue to see light wind overnight tonight, right around 5 miles per hour or so. Satellite radar showing that we're seeing mostly cloudy skies throughout much of Siouxland. But remember, to our east, Storm Lake, Denison, as well as Carroll, seeing temperatures a little bit colder. And this right here is why we're seeing clear skies over the southeastern corner of Siouxland. And when you get clear skies, it allows the temperatures to cool off a bit more compared to the areas that have clouds at night. During the daytime, that flips around, and that's the opposite. But at night, when you have clouds, it usually keeps the temperatures a little bit warmer. But if you see the clouds break apart, that area below the clouds, or where there are no clouds, it cools off a little bit quicker. Stormcast showing that we will continue to see mostly cloudy skies throughout the night and into tomorrow morning. Tomorrow is pretty much going to be a copy of today's weather. Mostly cloudy skies, temperatures in the lower 30s, and it will be dry tomorrow. As we head into Saturday, more of the same type of weather with those clouds sticking around. We might see a few more breaks in the clouds on Saturday, and then Sunday a few more breaks in the clouds. But overall, it's looking like we'll have partly to mostly cloudy skies this weekend. 22 degrees tonight. Again, some areas of freezing fog expected. Winds will be calm tonight, so other than the fog, it is going to be a quiet night. 31 degrees tomorrow for your high temperature with mostly cloudy skies, winds at around 5 miles per hour. So again, pretty much the same type of weather that we experienced today. Your 9-on-9 forecast showing high temperatures right around 30 for both Saturday and Sunday. Monday, though, we'll see things warm up a bit into the mid-30s. And then the rest of next week looking pleasant for this time of year with temperatures around 5 to 10 degrees above average. Thursday and Friday, I have a 20% chance of maybe a storm system right now. That's pretty far out, so we'll keep our eye on that as it gets closer and the details begin to become a little bit better, I guess you could say. Tim and Sophie?
Yeah, that's good news. Thanks for that, Marcus. Some sunshine across the board there.
I like the way that looks. And this week's Siouxland Story takes us to Lamar's for a look at some handmade craftsmanship.
I try and spend a couple hours a night out here.
It's time well spent for Rich Hesenius, and I'll explain why next.
You're watching KCAU 9 News with Tim Seaman, Sophie Erber, meteorologist Marcus Beasley, and sports director Jake Jones. This is KCAU 9 News at 10.
To a child, a kaleidoscope provides unexplained images dancing in front of their eyes. But it turns out those images can be just as mesmerizing to adults.
And the word kaleidoscope actually comes out of the old ancient Greek word for beauty. And for one Siouxland family, the beauty that handheld optical instrument goes much further than the colorful pieces that tumble inside it.
This isn't exactly a man cave.
65 years old, still playing. That's all right, isn't it?
But for Rich Hesenius, what happens in his backyard shed provides every bit as much satisfaction as any game-winning touchdown on a 75-inch screen.
I'm by myself. I can just work at my own speed. And I try and spend a couple hours a night out here, or try and get a little something done each night. It's very peaceful.
That's until he flips the switch. The noise, not indicative of the subtle, eye-appealing images found in the kaleidoscopes that Rich creates here.
There's not a kaleidoscope or egg that's the same. They're all different. It's not a factory, it's a handmade product. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, halfway through the project, you might change your mind and do something, do a little different design.
Hard blocks of wood, handcrafted with the kind of care that makes young and old alike squint and smile.
This is a kaleidoscope with a K, and these have pretties on the end, okay? Then when you look through these, you just hold them up to the light, and it changes the colors. See, I'm smiling already.
But to fully understand Rich's passion for these ever-changing objects, you have to turn back the calendar to 2014 and meet Leonard Olson.
So this was a tiny, tiny portion of my life. But then eventually, when everything else stopped, this is what I do now, completely, for a living.
For 15 years, Leonard was the man making things turn at the Kaleidoscope Factory. At shops in Pocahontas and Pomeroy, he put a twinkle in people's eyes. Sadly, on October 1st, 2019, Leonard and Rich Hesenius' brother-in-law died after a terminal illness.
That was his life for a while there, yeah. Just like being in that store, turning kaleidoscopes or whatever project he was doing. He lived right there in the store in Pocahontas. So people could come and stop in and see him whenever because he was always there.
Until that October day.
When we were in Pocahontas after he passed away, his sister Margaret wanted me to try and turn an egg, which is one of these. So I put it on the lathe and I just started turning it. And I thought, hey, this is kind of cool. So, and she liked it. And I thought, that's kind of nice that she liked it, So, and one thing led to another. And finally we decided to continue this, try and keep it going.
And so Leonard is never far from Rich's mind, as he is now the one carving, sanding, oiling, and assembling.
Get it tight, all done.
In what continues to be a family tradition.
The oohs and ahs, it's satisfying. I'm having a good time. I'm having fun. And that's what counts, I think. My brother-in-law, I thought a lot of him, and I still enjoy doing this, and I guess as long as I enjoy it, I'm going to keep doing it.
And there is another twist to this story. It turns out that Leonard Olson got the idea to first build a kaleidoscope while being treated at Mercy Medical Center here in Sioux City. A visitor bringing him something to take his mind off of the recovery. That's right, it was a kaleidoscope. We have more Siouxland stories planned. Watch them every Thursday on KCAU 9 News at 5 and at 10, and then you can find them also on Fridays in our midday newscast. And if you know of someone with a unique story or has something very uncommon that you'd like to see their story told, just pass that along to us to news@kcautv.com, and then we can share it with the rest of Siouxland right here.
Pretty cool. I used to love kaleidoscopes as a kid, but I haven't seen one in a long time until you brought one back to the newsroom.
Yeah, Rich was good enough to share one with us, and you can pick it up and look just about any time.
Yeah, it's really cool. Thanks a lot. Well, the Iowa Hawkeyes looking for their third conference win in a row now.
We'll show you the action from the game with Maryland. That's coming up after the break.
Diddy. Those games will begin on Friday, January 15th and continue through January 18th. Well, that's going to do it for me here in sports. Tim, Sophie, I'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks there, Jacob. You can always find, somebody in the rough there a little bit. Find a dandy out there not a lot of folks know about.
That's what I've heard. I think in this year's NHL draft, they drafted some 5 people who have played on the Muskies at any given point in time.
There's some good talent out there.
Pretty cool. Well, we check in for a final look at your forecast right after this look outside in Siouxland.
Temperatures tonight, they're going to drop down into the low to mid-20s. Expect some freezing fog tonight as well. That could create some slippery roadways, especially those bridges and overpasses. Tomorrow, temperatures warming up into the low 30s with mostly cloudy skies once again.
All right, thanks a lot, Marcus, and thank you for joining us. Have a great night.
Good night.